right. Thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate it. I'm going to be speaking about Salesforce Agentforce. My name is Daryl Martis. I'm a director of product at Salesforce, working in the AI space. So before we start, I'd like to remind you to please make purchasing decisions based on currently available products and services. So we are currently in the third wave of AI. The first wave was predictive. You would have AI models that would calculate churn, propensity to buy, all of these different kinds of models. We then moved to the second wave, copilots, which with the introduction of ChatGPT and all of those other large language models spurned the second wave. And now we're on the third wave, which is agentic AI. So using Agentforce, which is our platform for agents, Agentforce helps OpenTable be its most powerful support tool. With Wiley, Agentforce outperforms their old chatbot by 40%, by up to 40%. And Bombardier says that Agentforce will free our teams to focus on their highest value tasks. Now, why do we need AI and why do we need Agentforce, or agents essentially? On the employee side, a lot of employees are working on low-value tasks. They have stalled productivity. They have fixed capacity, so you can't really expand them because you need to hire a lot more employees, and there's a lot of burnout. So 41% of time is wasted on low-value and repetitive tasks from the employee standpoint. But from the customer standpoint, your customers also expect more. They expect zero hold time. They expect personal and empathetic responses back. They want to work with an expert, and they also want instant scheduling for any of their needs. So there's a chasm here. So that is why we have introduced Agentforce. With Agentforce, you can create agents that are trusted and secure, that are scalable and accurate, that are easy to customize with built-in AI. We can have your customer 360 integrated with it, so you can bring in all of the different data that you have. You have a unified metadata platform, and it is an open ecosystem, so you can bring in your own models as well. Now, Agentforce is what CRM was meant to be. It helps you augment your employees. It helps you would create better customer experiences for your customers, and it leads to higher revenue as well. 75% of AI's value is in the front office. So why settle for copilots when you can have Agentforce? So there's a question here essentially of what is the difference between a copilot and with agents? So you had initially chatbots that were very role-based, that were very fixed in what they could do. There was a lot of repetitive tasks. From there, we went on to copilots, which would help answer questions. So there was smart and tailored assistance over there. You could ask a copilot to give you a certain order number back. It would do that. But with agents, you have something that will know your business, that helps you plan and reason. The word here is reason. The key word here is reason. It will understand what you want to do. It will understand certain guardrails that you give it, certain instructions that you give it, and it takes actions. You can tell it you can do so and so and so. These are the actions I want you to do, and it scales as well. So you can create a lot more agents. It takes less than 15 minutes to create an agent. And with Agentforce, you can create agents to help you provide 24/7 support with service agents. You can maximize your pipeline with sales agents. You can optimize campaigns with marketing agents. You can give shoppers a concierge with commerce agents, and you can deploy your own custom agents with platform agents. You can create your own customized version of an agent that suits your needs. Now, Agentforce is built on top of our Salesforce platform. You get all of the benefits of the existing Salesforce tools. You get Flow, all of the other custom apps that you have. It also works with Data Cloud. So Data Cloud is our hyperscale platform. You can bring in data from many different data sources. For example, from AWS, you can have we have a zero-copy partnership with them, so any of your data in S3 or Redshift can be brought into Salesforce using Data Cloud in a zero-copy fashion. There's no copies that are created there. And all of the data in Data Cloud helps support your AI and creates a more customized experience for your customers through RAG, which is Retrieval Augmented Generation. You can bring in all of that data, and AI is only as good as the data that it's fed. On top of that, you have your existing Salesforce applications, such as sales, service, marketing, all of the different applications and clouds that we have. And you have all of the different agents that are running on top, such as sales, support, marketing, any of the other agents that you can create, analytics agents, for example. So all of this is our entire ecosystem. Now, when you create an agent with Agentforce, you're essentially telling it to do 4 things. Number 1, what role should it do? You're giving it instructions saying, this is what you can do, this is what you cannot do. You can also tell it you cannot do certain things, but you're essentially giving it a certain role. And you're doing this in natural language, in English. Next, you're telling it, this is the data that you have access to. You can take data from Data Cloud, from this application. We also have MuleSoft, so you can bring data from any of the other data sources that you have with an API. And there are certain actions that we have. There are certain standard actions that we have, and there are customized actions that you can create. So you can tell it, these are the actions you have access to, and only these actions. And fourth is the channel, which is where does the agent work? Does it work with your chatbot? Does it work with your email? Do you want it to send a automated response or to schedule with WhatsApp or via text messages? It works with many different channels. And it also works with all of our existing Salesforce tools, such as Flow, Apex, and all of the others. So you can create your own agent as well. There are some standard agents, such as service agent, like I mentioned, sales agent, marketing agent, but you can create your own agent. With Agentforce, you can create prompts that are grounded in your enterprise data that you've brought in to provide more contextual information. You can use flow automations, like I mentioned, MuleSoft to bring data from anywhere else using API access, and Apex, Salesforce Apex to code custom actions. Now, diving a little bit deeper now, how do agents actually work? So let's assume your customer is speaking to an agent that you have created. So the agent says, I'm Agentforce, your trusted AI assistant. And the customer asks, what is the status of my order? The agent then picks the right topic and follows instructions. You can give it multiple topics. You can say, these are the type of topics you can answer questions about. Or leave it more open-ended as well. But let's say for this one, you said, I want you to work on order management, I want you to answer FAQ, and do pipeline management. So it knows that when a customer is asking that it is that the topic is on order management. Why does it know that? Because you've given it instructions beforehand, saying when a customer asks you for an order, make sure you already have the email address to verify the order, and do not change the order details without first confirming with the customer. So these are the exact instructions that you've given it. It then executes on certain actions and services. So it knows that the actions that it has access to include lookup order, product recommendations, return order, and exchange. And it also knows that these are the different data sources it can pull data from to know where's the customer's past orders or information, and that includes your existing CRM with Salesforce. It includes Data Cloud, which you can bring in data from other sources. You can bring in sources as well from MuleSoft, as well as from any user input that the end user has put in as part of the context window. And then finally, it gives you an outcome. So it generates a response saying your order status has been shipped and will be available in 7 days. So that is one example. All of this, of course, is on top of our Einstein Trust Layer, which makes sure that none of your data goes outside to any other third party, any of the models that we use in the back end, the LLM models. We make sure that there's zero data retention, that there's no copying of your data. Your data belongs to you. We will take out any PII information. We will make sure that your information is secure. So we've also worked with many different partners. We have partner agents with IBM, for example, with Workday. We have custom agents as well that are coming up with AWS with Workday, with IBM, we have zero data copy, like I mentioned. This is a whole partnership between a lot of companies here. So any of your data in these companies can be brought into Salesforce in a zero copy fashion and can be taken out as well in a zero copy fashion. So like I mentioned, S3 or Redshift, you can bring any of those and take it back. And we have a lot of implementation partners as well that can help you create and implement these agents. Now, I'm going to talk about two standard two standard agents that we have. The first one is the Agentforce Service Agent. So Agentforce Service Agent is essentially your trusted agent for any sort of customer experience. So it helps engage with customers autonomously across channels, 24/7 with natural responses. It helps resolve cases swiftly and accurately by grounding it with any other information that you have. So any information, like I mentioned, you have in other channels or other sources, you can bring that in and it will provide context there. You can set it up in minutes with pre-built templates and customize fast with no code. And you can define clear security guardrails and seamlessly escalate. You can also say that if it is not resolved or if there is an issue, please bring in a human to help answer any questions. So that's a possibility as well. You can just write it in clear English as part of the instructions. And another one is two different types of agents, essentially. There's one for Agentforce SDR, Sales Development Rep. So there's two for sales here. Agentforce SDR, which engages with your prospects 24/7, and it will look at, for example, deals in your pipeline. It will look at scheduling them or answering questions between your prospects automatically. And you can also have a sales coach. So what the sales coach will do, it'll be a dedicated rep to help train your sales reps to help answer questions and can coach them through that. So we have this product as well. That's available. So those are some of our standard ones. We also have, of course, marketing. So you can create a marketing campaign called the marketing agent. We will have a commerce agent to automatically help you create a storefront. So many of these agents, but you can, of course, create your own customized agent as well. All right, that is all for me. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. And if you have any questions, I will be right here to help answer any of your questions. So thank you for being a customer, and hope you have a great day.